Jacob was on a long journey to his uncle Laban's home in Haran. He had to leave because of a fight with his brother Esau after taking his blessing. Alone and unsure of what the future held, Jacob traveled through the desert, hoping to find safety and a fresh start. One night, while resting under the stars, Jacob had an extraordinary dream. He saw a ladder reaching up to heaven, with angels going up and down. At the top, God appeared and promised to bless Jacob, saying that his descendants would be as numerous as the dust of the earth, and they would inherit the land. This gave Jacob hope for the future. After many days, Jacob arrived at a well in Haran. There, he saw a young woman named Rachel tending her father's sheep. She was beautiful, and Jacob felt a deep connection to her. With great strength, Jacob rolled away the stone covering the well so Rachel's sheep could drink. From that moment, Jacob knew he loved her. Jacob went to Rachel's home and met her father, Laban. He asked for Rachel's hand in marriage. Laban agreed, but asked Jacob to work for him for 7 years first. Jacob loved Rachel so much that those 7 years passed quickly, as if they were just a few days. When the time came for the wedding, Jacob was excited to finally marry Rachel. But Laban tricked him. On the wedding night, he sent his older daughter, Leah, instead of Rachel. In the morning, Jacob realized he had married Leah. He was heartbroken and angry. Jacob went to Laban, who explained that their custom was to marry the older daughter first. Laban agreed to let Jacob marry Rachel too, but only if he worked another 7 years. Jacob, deeply in love with Rachel, agreed and married her a week later. Now, Jacob had 2 wives, but Rachel was the one he loved most. Leah, however, had children first. She gave Jacob many sons, which made Rachel very sad because she couldn't have children. Rachel longed for a child of her own, and this caused tension between the sisters. In her sorrow, Rachel asked Jacob to have children with her servant, Bilhah, so she could raise them as her own. Bilhah gave birth to 2 sons, but Rachel still longed for a child from her own body. After many years, God finally answered Rachel's prayers. She gave birth to a son named Joseph. Rachel and Jacob were overjoyed. Joseph would grow to be an important figure in the future of Israel, but for now, he was their long-awaited blessing. Years later, Jacob decided to return to his homeland. He gathered his family, including Rachel and Leah, along with all their children and animals. Together, they left Laban's home and began their journey back. On the way, Rachel became pregnant again. But the journey was difficult, and when the time came to give birth, Rachel struggled. She gave birth to a son, whom she named Benoni, but sadly, she passed away during childbirth. Jacob was heartbroken, but he renamed the boy Benjamin, meaning son of my right hand. Jacob buried Rachel near Bethlehem, marking her grave with a simple stone. Though Rachel was gone, she left behind a legacy through her sons, Joseph and Benjamin, who would shape the future of Israel. Jacob's love for Rachel never faded, and even though they faced many challenges, their story remains one of deep love and faith. Through their struggles, God blessed their family, and their descendants became the 12 tribes of Israel.